Hello students, today I'll explain consumer's equilibrium with the help of indifference curve approach. Now what is consumer's equilibrium? It is a situation in which the consumer tries to maximize his total utility given his income and the prices of the two commodities. To explain consumer's equilibrium, here I'll combine the indifference curves and the budget line on the same diagram. The indifference curve approach assumes that the consumer tries to maximize his utility and the budget line is drawn to show the various combinations of the two goods which the consumer is able to buy with his given budget and the given prices of the two commodities. We have also done the concept of indifference map. Indifference map shows the consumer's scale of preferences between various combinations of the two goods, and here utility maximization means getting the highest possible indifference curve without going above the budget line. Now there are two conditions to be fulfilled for the consumers to be in equilibrium. Now we have to write the conditions to attain consumer's equilibrium position. Two conditions are there. The first condition is MRS XY is equal to Px by Py, which can also be written as slope of indifference curve is equal to slope of budget line. In my last video, I have already explained what is budget line and what is indifference curve. The slope of budget line depends on the ratio between the prices of two goods x and y, that is Px by Py, and the slope of indifference curve depends on marginal rate of substitution of commodity x for commodity y. In another way, this condition can also be written as it is a point where the budget line is tangent to the indifference curve, which means it is a point where the budget line is touching the indifference curve. And to make it simple to understand, we can call it as it is a point where what the consumer wants to buy is equal to what he can buy. Now what the consumer wants to buy, it means we are talking about indifference curve. It shows various combinations of two goods which the consumer wants to buy because all the combinations are giving him equal level of satisfaction. And what he can buy is about the combinations which are shown on the budget line. So what the consumer wants to buy, it is talking about indifference curve, and what he can buy, it is talking about the budget line. And the second condition is the indifference curve should be convex to the origin, or To explain these two conditions, we'll take the help of a diagram. The first diagram that I have drawn is showing budget line. Now on y-axis I have shown good y and on x-axis good x. AB is the budget line which shows that any combination which lies on this budget line AB can be purchased by the consumer with his given income and the market prices of the two goods. Now here I have shown two combinations D and F. Combination D, which is to the right of the budget line AB, it cannot be purchased by the consumer because it is out of the reach of the consumer. On the other hand, any combination which is inside the budget line AB, such as combination F, is within the reach of the consumer, but any such combination will give him less utility than any combination on the budget line, because here the consumer will not be able to spend his total income. Thus, the combination of good X and good Y with the highest utility must be on the budget line. Now this is another diagram in which I have shown the combination of budget line as well as three indifference curves. The three indifference curves are IC3, IC2, IC1. IC3 is the highest indifference curve and IC1 is the lowest indifference curve. Combination D is shown on IC3, that is on the highest indifference curve, and as you know that any combination on the highest indifference curve gives highest level of satisfaction. The consumer wants to buy this, but he cannot buy because it is out of his budget. Now come to combination P and Q. These two combinations are on the budget line of the consumer. It means these two combinations can be purchased by the consumer, but he will not buy these because they are situated on a lower indifference curve, giving lesser satisfaction to the consumer. This is the lowest indifference curve in this diagram. It means the level of satisfaction on this indifference curve will be always less than the other two indifference curves. In the same way, combination F is also shown on IC3, but it is inside the budget line. It means the consumer can buy this and he does not want to buy because his utility is less at this point. It is also situated on IC1. But one more thing we can also say about combination F, that here the consumer is not able to spend his total income. In case of P and Q, the consumer is able to spend his total income, but at point F he is not able to spend his total income. So any rational consumer who thinks and decides about the expenditure will want to spend his total income either by purchasing more of good Y, or by purchasing more of good X, or by purchasing more of the two goods. It means the consumer is not going to buy any combination out of these three, that is P, F and Q. Now the highest indifference curve here with a point on the budget line is the one the budget line touches, that is IC2. Once again, The highest indifference curve with a point on the budget line is the one which touches the budget line is IC2. Now at point E, the indifference curve IC2 is touching the budget line. So this tangency point E is the highest level of satisfaction or the highest indifference curve that the consumer can buy subject to his limited income. So at point E, the consumer is purchasing OM amount of good Y and ON amount of good X. You can see that at the point of tangency E, the slope of budget line is equal to the slope of indifference curve. So our first condition, that is MRS XY is equal to PX by PY is satisfied here. And the consumer will get maximum satisfaction at point E. At the same time, indifference curve is convex to the origin at the point of tangency. It enables the consumer to attain stable equilibrium. So our second condition is also fulfilled here, which says that IC must be convex. To the origin. Now I think everything is clear. Once again, I want to explain all the points. Combination D, the consumer cannot buy, though he wants to buy because it will give him highest satisfaction. It is out of his budget. P, F and Q, these three combinations are within the reach of the budget of the consumer, but the consumer does not want to buy these because they are situated on a lower indifference curve, giving him lesser satisfaction. And at the same time, at point F, the consumer is not able to spend his total income. Now we have one indifference curve left, that is our IC2, and on this IC2, a point E is shown, which is at this point the IC2 is touching the budget line. It means this is the tangency point of budget line to the indifference curve. Here the slope of the budget line and the slope of the indifference curve, they are equal. It means our first condition is satisfied. And at the same time, you can see that at point E, indifference curve is convex to the origin. So our second condition, that is IC must be convex to the origin, is also satisfied here, which means at point E, at combination E, the consumer will be in maximum satisfaction. This is the point of equilibrium for the consumer. Thank you.